Get ready for the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
This is the Know Nothing Show with Steve and Eric.
It is 2018. And if it wasn't the Know Nothing Show, things would go perfect. But it is the Know Nothing Show. My name is Steve Benz. Beside me is Eric Black. What are we talking about tonight? Oprah wants to run for president. We need to discuss that. The globes and everywhere they are attacking men. Welcome to the 2018 premiere episode of the Know Nothing Show. Eric, how the hell are you, my friend?
Man, I'm well. We've got a lot to talk about tonight. We've been MIA for 2 weeks, and I, not that I miss you. I'm not gonna go that far. I don't get paid enough to say that. But what I do miss is all of our listeners, all of our fans, all of the people all over the world that have been begging us to come back on the air. So thank you, Mom. I do appreciate that. I got the gift card. That's awesome. I appreciate that. The underwear, a little small. I've gained a little weight, but otherwise I'm good to go. How are you, buddy?
You know what? It's 2 weeks. It could have been longer. It could have been.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I did notice that all the fall shows, they went dark after like the 15th or 16th, you know, with their, what is it? What do they call it? The high point of the fall show? Like, you know, you got to sit there. So you got to come back in January. We should have had a month off.
Yeah.
Just with the amount of money that we generate, we should have had a month off.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the old days when they used to do water over those little wheel thingies. Yeah. That's how they made energy. That's how we make money. It just flows. It just happens. We actually, now this is, most of you probably are aware of this, or not aware of this, but we actually have a vault filled with money that we can actually swim in. Yeah, no, it's true. We put on our little money floaties and we go diving through our money. It's pretty fun. It's dangerous. There's a lot of coins in there, but it's fun. It's good times. We've actually made clothing and blanket type situations out of Benjamins and nether regions coverings. So it's good.
It was a good couple of weeks off. First of all, did you have a good holiday? Forgive me for not asking.
It's fine. It's fine. No, we're dealing with it. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. I didn't really have much family that came through, thank God. And so we kind of just had a relaxing time. New Year's Eve, went over to a friend's house, and it was a very small gathering, which was actually kind of fun. There wasn't a whole lot of anything going on. We were just doing the New Year's Eve thing and enjoying our time and getting rid of 2017. It was a good time.
So you watched Dick Clark, you know, his Rockin' Eve.
Yeah, we actually started at 5 o'clock, and so we watched reruns up until the real one hit, just so we could, you know, get in the mindset. And every time he looked like he was going to have a stroke, we took a shot. So we are well into the first one falling. We had to take a couple naps before we actually got to the real one. But it's good. It's fine. Seacrest was over there. We were all hanging out. It was great. It was a good time.
Yeah, I just call him C. I'm like,
C. Yeah.
What up, man? What up,
yeah.
C?
Yeah.
You know, he still hasn't understand Seacrest, CC.
Right.
Because, you know, I'm dope. Dope. I'm right there.
Yeah.
And then actually, if you watch any of the Dick Clark, you could just watch from like 20 years ago. It's the same freaking show with the same people.
Yeah, that's true. That's accurate.
So with that, the only thing I don't like on that show specifically, is there's always someone that they pull from the crowd that's going to get engaged.
It's almost like you can script it yourself. The week before, you're like, okay, I'm writing my blog. This is how this is going to go down. This is what's going to happen. And I'll be darned, it happens.
And the girl always seems so surprised.
Yeah.
Come on. You're not surprised by this crap.
No. And probably by the $150, $200 that you're getting paid to do it as an actor, an actress, that may give it away that this is probably going to actually happen. So
Scale is 405, I heard, or 485. So I'm sure.
well, yeah, it's a good economy for that right now.
People are now looking, what the hell is scale? What are they talking about?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what we don't make.
Yeah.
When we make a TV appearance or radio appearance.
Yeah. They don't like us.
So the worst part of, we'll talk about New Year's first. The worst part of New Year's Eve, I think this is the first year I didn't do a live show on one of the other networks, which was okay. You know, it's good and bad to do those shows. I used to do countdowns, and I took 1 year off. I'm like, well, let me see. Let's see if anybody misses it.
Right.
Not a peep.
Nobody.
Effing peep.
Huh.
So that's okay. You just kind of deal with that. The worst part of watching New Year's, because, you know, we just had a little gathering and stuff, and that's cool, is watching the local channel. So they go from Seacrest, and you know that's crap, and most of that is all pre-recorded. No one seems to believe it was pre-recorded in Los Angeles, but it is.
Right.
Because it's impossible for whomever that is on to be on 8 channels at once.
I heard that, yeah. Yeah.
So with that, they then go to our local people, and you go, I haven't seen you all year. You look disgusting. And for here in Chicago, they show up at the worst parties in the worst hotels where it costs you like $1,000 to get in.
Right.
And they don't look like they're having a good time. And they pick, there's this one couple that have been doing the show for 17 or 20 years, and they were on other channels and stuff. You know, it's bad enough that you and I are phony on this show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay? It's bad enough that you and I really don't get along on this show.
Right. Right.
But when the lights are bright, Steve and Eric are there to deliver.
EFF. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but the phoniness that goes on local TV, that's why you and I should be on local television, because we are as phony as they come.
It's true. It's true. I too noticed this now here's the thing. I was not sure why they chose to have this in a hotel that you pay by the hour. But apparently budgets are very, very low this year.
Yeah, we're live outside the Motel 6.
Yeah.
Tonight's $12.50 per hour rate.
Mm-hmm. 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 I thought that was weird. I didn't understand why you were. I mean, there were some sketchy people running by there, and they didn't seem to mind. But
and you know, when they're at the parties, they have usually they got a sick beat going on, and that's why I got my flu shot, because I needed to make sure that I do not get the flu from Taylor Swift's sick beat. Okay.
Sick beat.
Sick water. So
Right.
you got the one small party. Now there's always a black party, and I say that fondly.
Huh.
And there's usually like one white co-host. And you go, what is wrong with this picture? Because she ain't getting down with the brothers.
Right.
Okay. And the brothers are like lined up to talk to her, and she ain't having none of that.
Well, I was gonna say, usually we wait till, at least 30, 40 minutes to get into some racial conversations, but we're
It's
just
2018.
it's 2018, baby. Let's just start it off big.
Right. So with that, they always interview, and I'm just talking about the Chicago broadcast. I won't even jump into the Los Angeles broadcasts that we've both seen. So they always talk to an 80 or 90-year-old woman who is now pledging a sorority that she could not get in before, a black sorority. And I'm thinking, hold on. How is that possible? How do you not get in? I've been trying to get in for like 50 years. What?
Perdón? Perdonde?
Even the, what was George Jefferson's wife's name? Wheezy?
Sounds good.
Even Wheezy got in to the sorority. So that's one of them.
Wow.
And then they go to the suburban one that essentially no one is at.
Right.
Because we do fireworks and stuff. So that's okay. But I'm not paying $1,200 to go to a boring party and then get a hotel where I can't even see the fireworks.
Right.
You're on the other side of the hotel because, I don't know, there's skyscrapers in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
What do I stick my head out? Walk around the building?
Well, For not lazy people, maybe, yeah.
And they have the last party where all the old folk go. And it looks like they're moving in slow motion. And you're thinking they're looking like it's the countdown to the end of their life. That's a good one. That's fun, isn't it?
And they're the ones watching Dick Clark. They're the ones that have seen him since birth doing the countdown. Go, Dick, go. It doesn't.
He's America's teenager, but it's kind of like Matilda. He's dead.
Right.
And someone like us needs to tell them that.
Yeah. Something needs to happen.
Because they keep waiting. Well, we'll just watch little Dickie come out at midnight. Sorry. That looks like Dickie. No, that's Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah, that's Crest.
That's a surgery. So
Crest delicious. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was mine, and we had a couple of friends over and stuff. And then on top of all that, I hosted Christmas this year. So yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's not a good idea.
It wasn't bad though. It wasn't that bad because you come to my house, there are rules to be followed.
Oh, well.
So there'll be no fighting, things of that sort. And although you want to get liquored, you can leave if you get out of hand.
Yeah, you got the bouncers ready to go. You got all this. You actually have holiday jail at your house. I heard you actually have borrowed some sort of portable mobile jail situation, and you actually put your relatives in like timeout essentially, except you lock them in there and they cannot get out.
It's not a bad idea, is it?
I would do that anyway. I don't think it needs to be a holiday thing. I think that should be a regular basis. Maybe years at a time thing.
I got thugs hanging outside, Tito.
Word.
You got to keep the badness down, the badness.
Mm.
When people show up and they talk about the snow, I'm like, hold on. Look, Canadian DJ Snow ain't here.
Right.
But let me drop some cheddar cheese on you.
Yeah, that's
some snow.
That's right. That's right.
That could be our other DJ, Provolone.
Provolone.
Like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I dig it.
But overall, it's I would say New Year was fun in my 20s. Got less fun in my 30s. And in 40s, it's like, man, it's freaking cold out.
Yeah.
Like this year.
Yeah. It was cold here, and that's saying something because I'm in the South. I don't necessarily always agree with it being South. It was down to 13 degrees here. Now, where I'm from, that's actually still warm. But for here, much like in LA, if it gets past 60, if it gets below 60, people are freaking out. Well, here, like whole cities were shutting down and people were evacuating and helicopters were coming down rescuing people. I'm like, guys, what do you do? What's happening right now? I don't understand what's going on.
Well, you guys don't have any salt trucks and stuff in Tennessee, right?
No, people were out there just throwing salt on the streets, and I'm like, well, it's not the same. It's not the same.
Table salt, Morton's.
Can't really use that.
I thought I saw that it was snowing in Florida. That would be real.
Yeah, that would make me mad. That would upset me quite a bit, actually. I think if I were in Florida, which I don't know currently, if you guys know what Florida is, it's sunny and warm pretty much all the time. And then all of a sudden it's snowing. I feel like I would want my money back somewhere for something because I don't think that's not right. Something's wrong somewhere.
Well, maybe you can get, I don't know, they'll refund your white belt.
Ooh.
That wouldn't be so bad. No, would it?
No, that'd be okay. I'd be all right with that.
That would be. That's all right. You just sit there, you just get through another happy. Or some people are like, I can't wait for 2017 to be over. It's like, 12 hours will make a difference. How?
How is that going to happen? Yeah.
And then you've got the ones complaining about the change in the taxes. It's like, well, try reading it. We pay every year. So
it's kind of it's actually something that we do on a regular basis. For those of us that don't ever have any money, doesn't really matter to us because we don't pay it anyway because we don't have anything to pay it with. So same Same deal.
That's right. You know, this is the year to start an LLC, you know what I'm saying? Because now you get more write-offs, you know what I'm saying? So now you're only paying 21%.
Yeah.
You just dropped the 2-1 versus the 3-9, which it was before. Because if you don't understand it, you know what I'm saying? Then you set it up in Delaware. So you're going to see more LLCs open up this year than ever in history.
Black LLC. Mm-hmm.
That could be your new band.
Is my new band. It is.
That's right. You know, we could take payment anywhere. Anywhere. Just tell us what song to sing. We ain't going to know it, but we'll take your money.
And if it's more than 3, we can't do it because we get kicked out. Inside joke. Inside joke for those of you not following along.
Nah, they don't follow along. Nobody follows along.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes I wonder. It's kind of like being an overnight DJ where the biggest question at 3:30 is, anybody out there?
Hello? Why
And then you go, oh, man, that last night's burrito. Whew, I need a 16-minute song here.
Although you can spend quite a large amount of time in the bathroom at night as opposed to during the day when people are actually wanting to know what you're doing.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of nights where I was working overnights when I was just like, well, I don't know what I ate, but it's not staying in. So we're just going to go ahead and sit in the bathroom and hopefully this works out quickly.
Let me tell you, playing that last George Michael song, put it down there, man. Put it down the chute. That's all I'm saying. All I need is a little bit of faith right there. A little careless whisper, and out it'll come. Only once did I have to run clear across the station because there was dead air.
Oh, man.
I never ran so fast. Up and over desks, whatever it is. So those were good days. Those were good days.
And by the way, dead air on radio or television, anywhere that you're broadcasting from, dead air is never a good thing. That's why we try to do it often here, because we don't like rules. So
2 hours dead air.
Yeah, that's not good. But, every 30 seconds or so, just to see if people are listening, people are watching, tuning in, we like to just shake it up.
Right, because that's the way we like it. We are thinking about doing a death broadcast.
Yeah, we're going to put it in somebody's grave. Just
sit there and,
film it.
Whatever it is, have it translated.
Oh.
I think that would be good, though.
Be all right.
So if someone knows any sign language, let's see if you can actually do that.
Yeah.
If you could keep along and sign with us. Or in the old, what was the old SNL bid for the deaf? Hey, Eric! That's good stuff. So you got big plans for 2018? Like resolutions of some sort before we get into the nitty gritty of the world?
No, I don't do resolutions because they're stupid. And neither does anybody else. So I think those are dumb. Those are just like pleasantries like, hey, how you doing? When you don't actually care how someone's doing at all for any reason. I don't do that either. I think New Year's resolutions are incredibly stupid. And I don't think 90% of the population keeps them. I think they have good intentions, but I don't think they actually work.
Well, they could if you weren't so negative.
I'm negative because they don't work.
Well, maybe you just need to shorten it and say, my resolution is just for January.
My resolution is to no longer have resolutions.
Oh.
And it's already been accomplished.
Hmm.
So my 2018 is already started off with a bang. I'm excited. I can only go up from here.
Well, I have a business idea that's tied into resolutions that you might be interested in.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to throw it at you.
Okay.
So we open up a gym, workout place, kind of like Planet Fitness.
Sure.
And we call it resolutions. Okay. You with me so far?
Okay, but are we serving pizza and donuts as well?
On the 1st and 2nd of every month, like they do. But see, then February 1st, it turns into a bar.
Ooh.
And then it turns back into a fitness place the next January 1st. Only for those 30 days. Okay. $10 a month gets you into the bar unlimited times. So you can say, ladies, I'm going to the gym resolutions.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. I think we should probably go ahead and make that happen. I'll tell you what, I'm going to be in charge of the bar situation. Just to make sure that that everything goes well throughout the year.
Now we need to short everybody's shots, just so you know. It's about
we're going to give them full shots, but they're going to be half water and half liquor.
Why don't we just give them half shots?
Or we could just give them water.
Yeah, they won't know. Give them the liquor the first drink. They won't be able to taste anything after that. So then they'll never know.
Yeah, our profit margin is going to be stupid.
See, that's smart. We're smart business people.
We really are. For not knowing anything, we are pretty freaking smart.
That's right. Know nothing bars.
That's right. It's kind of like cell phone bars, except better.
So whenever someone asks for a drink, I don't know how to do that one. I don't know how to. So what can you make? Pabst.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get that.
Give you a shot of that. How about that? Yeah.
Yeah. A beer and a shot. There you go. $3.
There you go. It's either that or you can have some of this stupid wheatgrass. Which would you rather have? Just saying.
Trying to be healthy, though. I didn't know I could get wheatgrass. I could be healthy and get a beer with it.
Just get the light beer. Just get the light one.
The chaser. That's right. So then there's music in the background. So you're going,
And that's the only song because that's all we can afford to pay for. So there's that.
That's good. I like that.
It'll be good.
So it's good to see a lot of people on our video simulcast. I like that.
People know what? We didn't say hi to these people yet. That's unfortunate. We do actually care about you fine folks over there on Facebook. If you're not watching on Facebook and you would like to watch on Facebook, you are more disturbed than we had originally thought. But go ahead and go over there. It's No Nothing Show on Facebook. You can go over there and click play, and you can see what we're actually talking about. It's at your own discretion, and we're not responsible for anything that will happen to you later. Okay.
I mean, you have to join the page. That helps.
You kind of do that like thing. If you don't know what a like button is, get off of Facebook. Go away. Get out. Just go.
Ooh, there was a big burp there. And then you can follow us too. So then you can see both of us together simulcasting.
What? This is crazy talk.
We're way ahead. And as I said today on another show, we are working on the YouTube simulcast. So that should be good. So we'll be on like 15 different streamings as well.
That won't be confusing.
20 stations for audio. So you could just sit there with a candlelight. Oh, okay. I don't know, some Twinkies and going, Eric's voice turns me on.
Oh, that's actually me when I watch the show back every now and again because I have to do checks because Jerry says we have to do checks.
Right.
This dude. I'm getting all touchy-feely, right? Oh, that's me. Oh, okay, well. Still going to let it happen.
Do we have to explain what checks are? I don't think so. No one cares.
Yeah, I don't think so. No.
So.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. You guys showed up. Appreciate it. Send money.
Yeah.
Helps. Got to push more merch here and there.
That's
all right.
Yeah.
I did see one of our listeners that have come back from the dead.
Whoa.
So that's good to
know. Are we bringing people back from the dead?
I think so. They leave social media, smart people,
Very smart.
And then we draw them back.
Yeah. It's it's telepathy is what because you're watching this, and I'm giving away a secret, but it doesn't matter because we've already got you. Telepathy is how we do this. So now that you've seen, the first 24 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that, you're in. You are all in, and you may go a couple shows without seeing us, but we're going to be in your head. We're going to be there. We're all going to be waiting for you. And then one day you're going to be like, man, I really, really want to watch the Know Nothing Show and buy every single thing that they have for sale, possibly even give them all of my money and maybe even throw them a house or two. I'm just saying, these are... People have come back to us and said this to us. They said, here is everything that some people say that we're a cult. I disagree. A cult only has one leader. We have two. So I don't think we're a cult at all. I do enjoy having nice things thrown at me. Well, not literally thrown at me. That hurts. I've had that happen a couple times. But if you want to hand over all of your possessions to us and follow us without question and hang on our every word, I mean, who am I to say no to that? Who am I? I'm okay with that.
And with that thought, we should take a break.
We should.
It is the Know Nothing Show. Stephen, Eric, we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Know Nothing Show. Two dudes, two mics, two delicious scoops of radio. My name is Steve. He is Eric. We are back and better than ever.
At least better than we were in 2017, for sure.
2 weeks later, we're better than ever.
Yeah.
Sound better. We look better.
All right, so we have to jump into some of the subjects that are going on. Obviously, the Golden Globes just happened. Both you and I haven't really talked. Usually we lie and say that we prep before shows.
Sure.
Absolute lie. We do not prep. The only thing that we even kind of talked about was the Golden Globes. First of all, I know that you're a big Golden Globes fan, so tell me about it.
Globetrotters is who I'm really a fan of. Not necessarily the Golden Globe. I think they have a blue ball, blue and red. These guys it's just gold. I mean, that's just boring. Here's the thing. I am not a fan of any type of award ceremony that has any major award ceremony right now. I don't care. There's nothing there that is worth my time or energy. If I were an artist, if I were a actor, if anybody like that, director, whatever, I just can't see any value in that other than, I mean, it's not really a prestigious award. It's just more of like you kind of have to have this now. Am I wrong? I mean, does that sound?
Well, there are some things. Golden Globes are supposed to be international, right? So
yeah, but what does that change?
So, well, they had what? The biggest thing came out of that was the first African-American won a Golden Globe for a lead TV show, which is shocking. That's hard to believe, but
it is.
Yeah, that was earth-shattering. How many years did it take before the first African male or female won an Academy?
Yeah, but I can come back and say, how many of these crappy actors and actresses won awards that should have never had an award? That's even more shocking that they actually got an award for a crappy performance.
And that's why I'm shocked that I haven't won a Chicago or Los Angeles Emmy, because they gave those out to everybody.
I have been voting for you. I have been sending letters. I have been threatening people. I don't know what else to do. They just won't back down. I'm trying.
Like, he's a D-bag. We're not giving him any votes.
No.
But damn, he gets that one write-in vote from his mom every year.
He does. We got to give him that one.
So the Golden Globes, I don't know. They seem to the ratings do really well, which shocks me. It seems like they show up to see what the women are wearing, because we'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh, yes, we will.
But with that, did you have a chance to be an extra for that? So for the empty seats, you sit in the chairs. Did you get a chance to do that when you're in LA?
No, I was doing the Grammy stuff. So I was actually doing media and things like that. I didn't get a chance. That would actually be fun. I would enjoy that.
Yeah, that I did a couple of times, and I have to think back when that was. And since I kind of sit tall, they're like going, you're blocking the people from behind you. They can't see them.
Come in front.
Chair, okay?
Down in front.
Could you slouch just a little bit? I'm like, that's just my big hair. So
yeah.
Shut up.
It bends. See what I did there?
I like that. Tonight my hair looks like John Bon Jovi, okay? Okay, I've got a better nose because, this is his early noses, okay? So
wow. Well, that happened.
But with that, this is the first year where they rarely make political statements.
Oh.
Not on the Golden Globes anyway. You've heard them on the academies. Like when Marlon Brando refused his award and sent an Indian chief. Okay.
Sorry, that's not funny.
George C. Scott did something very similar, turned down the award.
Right.
As well, and had someone go in there, and so those were all kind of interesting. Of course, I wasn't alive then, but that through TV, film, education, and all that.
Right.
But the Golden Globes is pretty much a puffy production.
Yeah,
I would think. So I'll let you bring up the political statement that they were making. I know you were wearing black underwear just for it, so.
I was not wearing black underwear. It was black something, but it was barely underwear. Listen, here's the thing. So this year, and I don't know, well, I kind of know why it was this year, but here's what happened. If you didn't watch the Golden Globes, it was actually very, very political this year. So all the women, and actually a lot of the men, were wearing black to protest the sexualization and objectification of women.
Those are some big words.
Trust me. I started early last week informing those words, and it took me until just now to get them completed. So thank you, Tudor. I appreciate that, Jim. That's fantastic for you. He's right over there making sure that he was coaching me here a second ago. Which is great. It's great. I mean, I understand that needs to happen. I totally understand why and what they're doing. Here's what I don't understand. Most, and when I say most, I'm talking 98% of the women that were protesting in wearing black,
right,
were half naked. They were half naked. They wore things that were promoting sexuality, that were objectifying to women. They were barely wearing anything in protest to the opposite of what they were portraying. And I didn't have to watch it to know this. It was all over my social media. It was all over my email. It was all over text message, because we are in media. Everybody's like, "Oh, did you see this?" And I'm like, "Well, thanks to you, now I did, douche. Appreciate that." So I'm very confused by this. I know I have a lot of heated discussions with some of my women friends about this, and I don't understand it. How can you protest something against being in that current situation? The sexualization and the objectification of women, half naked or completely naked, even. How is that possible? How do you do that? I don't understand I don't get that at all.
Yeah, I was thrown by that, with the conversation. It's, I'm wearing black in protest, but these are Gucci, and look at my shoes.
Yeah, and it's sheer.
And that would be the first question. So what are you wearing?
Right.
So I'm a little confused by that. And wearing black, ladies, does not make you look thin. Okay. Let's get to that point too.
Yeah, just FYI. Just get that out there.
There's the illusion. Oh, black makes me look thin. No, it does not. Holding that ham and salami sandwich does not help. But I would agree. I would agree that we are a society driven by visuals.
True.
Right?
True.
It doesn't matter what I say, but what you see determines a lot of things. Like even when we decided to simulcast a video version of our show, we were both apprehensive of that people wouldn't listen or wouldn't watch. They would kind of disconnect themselves from the show and go, "I don't get it. I'm just looking at Steve. What is he wearing? What is Eric wearing?" And we become distractions, being as handsome as we are.
Well, and I think when we first started out, we were unaware that we actually had to wear clothes, because beforehand we weren't seen on the radio, so we could do whatever we wanted.
True.
Like, no, just come over, show up, get behind a mic, just do everything you're normally doing. And we're like, that's Jerry, that's not a good idea, because clearly you don't know what we do behind the mic when there's no cameras on. And he's like, "No, I trust you guys." And I'm like, "You are dumb, Jerry. You're dumb, but we love you. It's fine."
Right, he leaves 4, so he doesn't know what's going on.
He has no idea. Yeah. So true. We had a little bit of an issue in the beginning with the transition because it was new when we first started this. A lot of people were embracing it. A lot of people were starting off in the radio industry with doing the video side of things and even the live video side of things. So it was a little weird. Yeah, I'll give you that.
And what pushed that is, although I've done video simulcast version of other shows, but what draws a lot of the live radio, the fake radio guys, are porn.
Right.
They try to get all the women on Penthouse or whatever. They're trying to be Howard Stern or whatever. It's just kind of a knockoff because you could just turn down the sound, kind of like watching Britney Spears. Just turn down the sound because it's hard to listen to.
Yep.
But it's entertaining to look at because when she was on whatever award show, I had to remind everybody, well, she's had her nose done. She's had her cheeks done. She's had her chin done. She's had liposuction. Those are fake and all that. So get past that.
Right. She's not even a real person.
No. And that's just how it is. So these award shows have now become kind of, to me, the actors kind of now getting involved in politics.
Right.
Because I do believe with this past political season, the actors, a lot of them think they matter because they have 2 million followers. Excuse me, but most of those are fake followers.
Yeah.
And let's see here, the people that follow you still don't vote. So how is what you say matters? Where like who is it? Mark Wahlberg, who just said all actors should just shut up. Like, you have nothing to say, so just shut up. And you could see right there that people that are in media, and I'm saying actors and actresses and things of that sort, really know nothing about how to run a government. Schwarzenegger, who was the governor of California, did a spanking great job. And he was a real conservative. He actually understood all of that and blew that mother up.
Right.
And we get you could say whatever you want from Trump. Okay, you can say whatever you want, but he got put in office, so it's at 50%. People say, oh, 3 million votes. Shut the hell up. Okay, 3 million is nothing.
Yeah.
We've got 1 billion people. That's nothing.
Yeah.
So, but 50% went one way, 50% went another way. So how do you govern?
Right.
So we grab our Golden Globe and say, this is what we do in my slinky dress, saying I'm protesting sex, but here, pay attention to my new rack.
Yeah.
So, and guys, we're confused.
A little bit.
And then the young girls watching and 20-somethings are going, I'm not perfect. I need to look like Heidi Klum because she's perfect. That's how she became successful. So we just perpetuate the problem.
Yeah. It's not exactly. That's exactly what happens. And it's not a solution. There's never been a solution to the actual problem. And that in itself is a problem. So if you have it's very simple. If you have a problem, you come up with a solution to fix it, and then you fix said problem. It's very simple. It's very, very simple. The actual way of doing the fix may not be that simple, but the solution, just address the problem, and then figure out a way to fix it, and then begin the fixing process. It's very simple.
So instead of doing the usual Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram and just bitch about a problem, I don't know, suggest a solution to the problem. Maybe that should be your tweet. Hey, you do this because of this. Here's an idea.
Right.
There was the co-host on the E! channel, Kat Sandler. Was that her name?
Sounds good.
So she left her post because her co-host, Jason Kennedy, was making more money than she was.
Oh.
Okay. And she was all up in arms over that because her contract was due. And she said equal pay, all this stuff. First of all, the first thing I have to comment about that, and then we'll get back to the Golden Globes, is one, you have a crappy agent, okay? Because you can redo those contracts anytime.
Yeah.
Two, you can't blame a guy or a woman for getting a better contract than you. It is what it is. Right. Plus, you don't have the same jobs where people can say, oh, you've got the same jobs. Even in a movie, they are not equal. Okay. Right. People are not coming for an unknown. You can't pay them the same. If you're not Mark Wahlberg, you're not earning 20 mil.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just not happening.
Yep.
Okay. If you're not The Rock, you're not getting paid that kind of money.
That's right.
So as she bitched and moaned about this and left and protest, and people like, oh, we're going to burn E channel down in effigy. And we find out that the leader of E is a woman.
A woman.
Oh, right there you go. Hold on.
Pump them brakes. Pump them.
Grab your tatas and come in here. And now we don't hear about that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't hear about equality because the person that she's angry with is of the same sex.
Yeah. Huh. That's
so
weird.
those are things that make you go,
So, and here's the other part of that is that the whole story was not immediately revealed. It was found out. They're not going to tell you. This is ratings. This is something that they can get a lot of publicity out of. They can get a lot of traction in broadcasting, on social media, on everything. They want their name out there. They want their brand out there. It doesn't matter what is said about it. They can retract that later. They can do all the damage control they want later. They want to be able to get the ratings right now. And I remember, and I know you remember, Steve, that when ratings were actually ratings, they meant something. Now it's just whatever. It's just, let's just get it out there and we'll figure out if it's true later on. It doesn't matter. Just be first. What?
Let's just follows.
Yeah.
Let's get follows and likes. That's all it is.
That's it.
We need to take a break here. I hate to jump in here. When we come back, we're going to talk about more about the Golden Globes. You're listening and watching the Know Nothing Show. That was a quick break. It is the Know Nothing Show. Steve and Eric. I take a 10-second station break, but nah, we'll make them edit that mother in. So wherever you are, wherever you're listening to that station, whatever that station is.
You're listening to Station on FM.
So we could just go W or just K.
Or K. Yeah.
All right. So we were talking about the Golden Globes and the statements that the people were trying to make by wearing black, which we're not
downplaying the actual statement that they're trying to make. We're not downplaying that at all. It is a subject of value. We need to talk about it. We need to get it all out in the open. But the way that these people are going about these particular subjects blows my freaking mind. I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't get it. I mean, they did talk to Floyd Moneymaker, the boxer.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know what Me Too was about. So that just tells you where society actually thinks.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have to care about that because he has quite a large amount of money.
So with that, out of all of this, as people got more and more excited about the Golden Globes and the social media was blowing up over the semi-statements, I guess we're going to see more women wearing black in protest. Like, if you really want to make a protest, wear something bright.
Wear a freaking parka, for crying out loud.
Everybody, why don't you, I totally agree with you on if you're going to show your curves and all that, you've just distracted from everything, what your entire point was.
Yeah.
Because the women would be like, oh, look how skinny she is and all that. So it just went right over their head. And the guys are like going, oh, check that out. So it doesn't mean anything. So this is what I would say. This is my suggestion for the academies. How about everybody just wearing like one of those sack dresses? Right. So it doesn't show. Lord knows we've seen enough of you in those, ladies. So just like, I'm feeling fat. I'm just going to wear my fat dress. That you just put it on. It looks like a garbage bag on you. It doesn't show any curves or anything like that. Most of the stuff that Oprah wears. Right.
Yep.
So why not doing that? Why can't that be a statement?
Yeah. Or baggy sweatpants, baggy sweatshirt.
Yeah. No makeup. How about doing that?
None.
How about that? They're talking about, oh, look, I'm going to take a picture of being makeup free. And you're going, which filter did you use? Because, girl, you don't look that good without makeup on.
Yeah.
How about that? Maybe that's a better statement that we should be posting.
Right.
You know, and the guys, whatever. I mean, no one notices the guys at these award shows.
No, they don't care because the chicks are half naked. Now, if everybody did the opposite of that, and you started seeing more suits as opposed to more half naked women, maybe you would take notice. Now, here's
that would be a little better.
And I'm not opposed to half naked women. I kind of fancy half naked women myself.
Well, we can have our own show for that.
Yeah,
but if
we can do that ourselves. Yeah.
You know, for the statement, going in your knapsack dress. You know, so because there's a weathercaster here. I've known her for many years. Very attractive. Works out, great figure, the whole works, and she wears skin tight dresses every day to do the weather. And she protested, you know, wearing black or whatever. And I'm like, not one person recognized or heard a word you said.
Nope.
Other than it's going to be sunny out today. And we could get that from our app.
That's right. That's right. And I don't even remember the last time I watched the local news.
Now, let's add in, before we get to the top of the hour, I'm sure we'll flip over the hour for this. During the Golden Globes, Oprah Winfrey won some award. I don't even know what award it was. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Now, Middle America loves Oprah Winfrey. I have no idea why.
Me neither. Yeah.
Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I knew quite a few people that worked at Harpo. Which I won't even comment about that and working there.
Right.
But she went on something about the equality and things need to be taken care of. She's a great speaker. No doubt about that.
Sure. Yeah.
I would never argue that point.
Right.
She has people that follow her that are just looking for a car. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll get to my point with the car later. So you show up at Oprah's show hoping, and you know, her weight's gone up and down, up and down, up and down. And Lord knows every woman kind of loves her. I still don't know why. So I'm going to need some type of explanation for that.
Right.
So at the end of her speech that people just loved, my God, that was all over social media.
Oh, you couldn't get on social media without seeing it.
So they started talking about Oprah running for president in 2020. Now, with that, I have some real doubts about that.
Yeah, but where do you start on that? I mean, where I can't. I don't even know how to. I don't know how to start on that.
Now, the first things first, which I've always said, you can't let an actor be the president. How much damage did Reagan do? And people are like, oh my God, he should be up on a nickel or whatever. No, my God, no.
Yeah, and I think the nickel's already taken. So
with that, you know, it's a nice role, but you have to be able to govern. You have to understand how the wheels work, and you got to negotiate and all that stuff. Versus, I'm just going to go out and show my face, and I can get anything done. That's
right.
Not. Apparently, these people did not go to Constitution class.
Right.
So with Oprah, who has no background in any of that, I'd like to remind everybody that when she had money, instead of taking care of the kids in the inner cities, she built schools in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's where she's involved with. The super agent in production and the guy that, was it Weinstein?
Yeah. Yep.
They talked about how bad he was. She has openly said he was like the greatest guy ever, and has been quoted and taken pictures with him.
Yep. Many times.
So with that, hashtag she knew.
Mm-hmm.
So that seems to be okay. So I'm a little confused by that.
Yep.
So I'm concerned about that. And they say, well, she could win. Maybe. I'm not sure if she could win.
I'm not sure how.
If people are just voting because, what are you going to do? You're going to sit down and it's going to be the Oprah Winfrey show every week? No.
Right.
I don't think it's going to work. And I don't know how it's going to work. And then the platform of her in 2020, so it's already begun. And I guess she offered for someone to, I guess she owns Oprah2020.com or something like that. And she offered to sell it for $1 million. So that should tell you where Oprah's real commitment is.
Now, I'm just gonna throw this out there. We will do the same thing if you're interested in KnowNothingShow.com. We will have the same offer, $1 million if you want to go ahead and take that. We'll definitely talk to you about that.
We're open to it.
Yeah, discussions.
We're open for engagement.
Yeah, we'll find the problem. We'll come up with a solution to fix it, and then we'll work on fixing it.
Well, we'll consider working on it to some degree.
Either way.
Somehow, some way. Maybe.
No, possibly.
So I don't know how women understand, or maybe they understand Oprah better or not. I'm not really sure. I don't know. She gives me the word willies all the time, the few times I met her. So.
And my fear is much like Obama, much like any other president, I guess. But are we just voting for her because she's a woman? Because that doesn't matter to me if she's a woman or a man. As long as she's good for the job, as long as that person, that candidate is good for the job, is the best candidate for the job, let's make that happen. Being the sex has no, I could not care less about what sex you are. Yep. I want to know that you're doing this out of the goodness of your heart, for one, which is never going to happen, but also in the great interest of this country, of the United States of America. If you're going to say you want to be the president of this country, you have to act like it. You have to be presidential. Right. And I haven't seen that from anybody since I've been able to vote.
Yeah, that's the one thing that has irked me the most, and I protest and stuff. I just wanted someone to look presidential.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be
somebody, all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start from Reagan, from Vermont. Okay. For Reagan having it's just like, my God, the Gipper. You had Clinton with the saxophone. You had George Bush married to his grandma. George had to be one of the dumber presidents we've ever had.
Very entertaining, especially if you were in the entertainment business.
Yes.
Your job was cake.
But I want you to look presidential. So how do we get to 20 and 30 somethings to get involved? We don't. And the first thing, I will vote and I will support any candidate that comes in that says, I come in, Senate and Congress, term limits. You're getting term limits. And I mean now.
That has to be top priority. Top priority. Yep.
You cannot be in Congress for 30 years.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
You get 12. That's it.
Maybe. I
believe 12, because as a senator, that gets you 2 rounds. Okay. Because congressmen get every 2 years.
That's fair. Yep.
That's the only reason why I would do 12 for that. Because you can't kick them out just once because they're not going to get anything done. And then the congressmen are always running for office every 2 years. So I'll give them 12. Everybody gets 12. That's it.
That's fair. All right.
Because the president gets 8. So you get through another president, but that is where I stand. That's where I stand united.
Or sit in this particular situation.
But we're going to talk about the 2020. Okay. We're going to talk about the 2020, but we have to take a break. This show has gone lickety split fast. And with that, we're at the top of the hour. So we're going to take a break. Hey, for all the stations simulcasting right now, it's time for you to take a break too. It is the Know Nothing Show. My name is Steve Benz. That is Eric Black. Sit back. We will be back for hour 2. Stay tuned for more.
Get ready for the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
This is the Know Nothing Show with Steve and Eric.
Welcome back to hour 2 of the Know Nothing Show. You ask, we answer. 2 scoops of delicious, and sugar-free scoops of radio. My name is Steve Benz. That is Eric Black. 2 dudes Can you believe it's now hour 2 of our first show of the new year? I'm shocked by it.
It's crazy. It's crazy how well this show is going. After the initial weirdness before the cameras and the mics went on, which there's a lot of weird behind the scenes stuff that goes on here from show to show. We never know what's going to happen, or what the interns have not done for us. So
Gonna get weird.
Gonna
Get weird. So we were talking about, before we got to the top of the hour, Oprah Winfrey's run for president. I certainly think there are probably more qualified people out there. And if you're looking for a female, they're talking about a Democratic female for president and VP. That's going to have issues. And of course, middle America is not going to tolerate that. Let's face that. Let's get over that. Right.
Right.
When they're all going to come out, all the guys from the back country and the backwoods and stuff, or in the valley, California, are going to vote. That's what's going to happen.
Yep.
So now I have some issues with Oprah running in 2020. Okay, major issues.
Yeah.
First of all, Oprah, get the hell out of our way. We already announced our presidential run for 2020.
Yeah. And we didn't do it in 2018. No. We did it in 2017. So we're better than you.
Yeah. So with that, ours is a true partnership. It will not be a president and vice president. It will be a co-presidency.
Yes.
So when I'm on air, Eric gets to be president.
Mm-hmm.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
Or when I'm napping.
Yeah.
Or if Eric's out drinking.
Which will probably be frequently, because I'm sure that I'll be getting free drinks in DC. I would assume.
Got
anyway.
that right. That's right. And when we go in to watch our Golden Globe stuff, that's where we're going to be paying attention in those strip clubs to all the protests that are going on. So that's what we believe in. So we do have a lot of things that we believe in on our 2020 platform.
That's right.
We're still not sure what it is yet.
Yeah, we have the interns haven't designed that for us yet. But when they do, we'll let you know.
So if you have suggestions for our platform,
yeah,
that would be okay. You could send it to the Know Nothing Boys at Gmail. Did I get it right this time?
No, you got it. Yeah, I'm very proud of you. This is going well. 2018, baby. 2018. Good year. Good year. Yes.
2 years it took me to get it right.
2 years. Yes. Going so well. Very proud of you. This is a good day. It's a good day.
Because someone asked me that the other day. I'm like, let me think about that one. And then you heard the Jeopardy.
Yeah.
But with that, we believe in no underwear on Fridays.
Yep.
So free on Fridays.
It's our policy.
It will be. We will make it so.
Number one.
There'll be much debate.
Yep.
We need less cabinet members. There are far too many people in our cabinets.
Yeah. We need more cabinet space is what we're saying.
And if we need to go to IKEA, that is acceptable for cabinets.
Yeah, we can do that. We can make that happen.
We need to dope out the White House.
Ooh.
I do like the idea of the bowling alley, though.
That's nice. Yeah, we could have some pretty decent parties.
You got to rock that. You got to think how many lanes do they have down there, and which president liked bowling?
I don't know.
I think that was Nixon that put in the bowling alley.
Sounds about right. He sounds like a bowler. Somebody who play with balls.
We were talking about it. We will look presidential.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of our listeners had posted that JFK looked very presidential. Definitely, Nixon was better qualified to be president. But with the new video and the new television, JFK looked better. And that he got squeaked by on that one. That was a close race. So if you're a historian.
Well, I don't know why you're watching this show, but that's fine. Yeah.
And all the people that are bitching about the last election, if things followed the way you think, then we would have had a President Gore. So with that, where would we be now? And you just never know. You got to worry about your own world. You can't be worried about what's happening in D.C. because it doesn't affect you.
Yeah.
But we will affect you.
We will. Effect and affect. Look it up.
So when we have our video streams and show, because we're going to continue doing the Know Nothing show.
That's right. From the Oval freaking office.
That's right. So we be hanging out with the peeps.
That's right. It's going to be good. It's going to be great.
That means we're going to have to go on the road. So one of us will be in like Montana. That'll be you.
That'll bug, of course.
And then me in Mexico.
Mexico.
And, you know, because if you assassinate one of us, there's another one there.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Dual presidency. Dual presidency.
So you better shoot us both. Well, wait a second. We're giving them ideas.
Well, let's face it. They already have those ideas. If they've seen the show, if they're watching the show, they've already passed through their heads.
Yeah. Those are our peeps.
Yeah.
We may have to build a Twitter page for this of some sort.
Yeah. Are we gonna build a wall around the White House at all? Is that gonna be something that we do?
A moat. I think it should be a moat.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah.
It just looks better because they show a lot of pictures in movies of the White House.
Oh, we can do our own movies at the White House then.
Huh?
I like it.
If we need Jenna Jameson, who I've talked to a couple of times around, although she's had a lot of surgery. If you don't know who that is, don't look.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Not good.
Yeah.
We have to think of, no, we can't handpick the Speaker of the House. But we would have term limits.
Yeah. Yeah, like our term would be indefinite.
Right, because we can switch back and forth.
Yeah. When we're done, we're done. So everybody else needs to get out as soon as possible.
Right. When you get to your term limit, we go, you out of here.
That's right. That's right. Don't let that door hit you on the butt on the way out. Just like that.
We have to come up with a new party name, though. We could try the Whigs.
Yeah, I think that's been tried. I don't think that worked out very well.
Bring that back, but we'd have to start. You can't have the Green Party.
What about the Green Tea Party? You could maybe do that. Of course, that'd probably be a whole other situation of green.
And although some would like the 420 Party, you're not going to get enough votes. You have to understand, people in their 20s don't vote ever.
That's true. Yeah.
So we have to affect the 30s and 40-year-olds.
The poor people. That's pretty much what we could just say. The poor people.
So if we can make our votes in an app, let's see, we can see you voting. That's what we need.
Yeah, and you can. The more you get your friends to vote, the more you share this app, the more points you get. And if you acquire 1,000 points, we'll give you a $10 gift card.
I like that.
Or 20.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I think our donation should be in increments of $18.
Or, we'll take some Bitcoin or Litecoin or whatever coin you have. We'll take that. Yeah. Just transfer that to our offshore account.
Well, yeah, we got PayPal. We're okay. We got Square.
All right. Good. It's all good.
Yeah, a little Bitcoin. I'm all right with it. Or if someone would like to give me stock in Microsoft that was purchased in 1990.
That'd be good. Yeah, just forfeit that over to. It kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier. If you would like to give us crap, if you would like to just take everything, if you want to live the simple life, we are all about that. All you have to do is sign over everything you own, all of your possessions, to the Know Nothing Boys, and we will gladly help you move on with your life.
And let me be clear, make sure it's notarized.
Yeah, okay? You got not notarized, because that's a whole different subject. You have to notarize it.
Yeah. And for the person that just said we should be the D-bag party, I like it. But it's probably already taken.
I think I voted for that last election, actually. Anyway.
Now that brings up the D-bag alert. And I know that you had a D-bag alert that you wanted us to make sure that we talked about.
Yeah. So, again, if you guys are on social media, this has been a big part, or specifically YouTube. If you have any saying, any type of maybe the New York Times or any type of major publication like that, you probably already know about this D-bag that everybody's talking about. Of course, I'm talking about Logan Paul. If you don't know who Logan Paul is. He is a YouTuber. He's also an actor, but I don't really like to call him an actor because he sucks. So he is he does content creation. He does his own stunts, pranks, whatever. Recently, he took a trip to Japan. By the way, he's 22 years old, and he has, millions and millions and millions of viewers every time he posts something. Just a stupid amount of viewers. Very obnoxious. Think what was that movie? Jackass. Think Jackass, but lame. And that's just annoying. He's just an annoying person. Recently, he went to Japan and did his filming thing, just being stupid, being who he is. Him and his brother Jake both went there and are both being really dumb, just being very inconsiderate. Well, in Japan, they have this forest that is called the suicide forest because people go there and they die. It's essentially what happens. They commit suicide. That's where they go. Well, he went to this forest and he filmed somebody. Somebody happened to be there, deceased, hanging from a tree. And he filmed this and had little commentary in between there and put it on YouTube. And he says that this was it was for suicide awareness, suicide prevention type situations. But he's making jokes. He's making not fun of it, but he was definitely making jokes about this whole situation. And the internet blew up with good reason. This is a very inappropriate thing to post on YouTube. I don't know. It didn't seem like a good idea. So I think it was last Tuesday. Now there were several national stories carry this because it's a really big deal right now. But lots of Twitter was just blowing up just everywhere that you could possibly think of. He actually made an apology. He said he was sorry. He said he shouldn't have done it. But unfortunately, the damage has been done. Now, YouTube didn't take down his video. Well, he took down the video, or YouTube told him to take down the video, but we're not really sure how that happened. So they don't know if he took it down or if YouTube asked him to take it down or they just took it down. But it was in violation of their terms of service.
Right. Okay.
So
it's kind of funny that if we play any music on YouTube, it gets pulled down like immediately. But
yeah.
But that could survive for a bit.
Yeah, and it did. It got I think 5 million views or something like that. So, he said, Paul said that he now and he said this in a video. He said he now realizes that he should have put the camera down. He said, I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, adding that his behavior in the original video was his raw and unfiltered reaction to finding a body. I'm torn. I don't want to tell you to Google this, but at the same time, I do, because all this is BS. Everything that he's saying is total BS. Now, he knows that he screwed up big time. He understands that. And he knows that he just essentially lost everything that he just gained. Popularity, money, all of that, sponsors, everything that he has said is coming back to haunt him. So he says, I want to apologize to the internet. I want to apologize to anyone who has seen the video. I want to apologize to anyone who is also who has been affected or touched by mental illness or depression or suicide. Now, he also issued an apology for someone who was not included in his original response, which was the victim and the victim's family. So YouTube, I think it's like 3 or 4 days later, maybe even a week later, decides that they should probably comment on the situation. And again, this is a big deal. This is a huge deal. One, it's against everything that YouTube terms of service is for. And it's also a very horrible thing to be posting. He's a dick. He's just posting to post. There's no rhyme or reason why he does it. He's just a dick. So here's YouTube's response. And I thought this was interesting. An open letter to our community. Many of us who have been frustrated, many of you who have been frustrated with our lack of communication recently, you are right to be. You deserve to know what's going on. Like many others, we were upset by the video that was shared last week. Suicide is not a joke, nor should it ever be a driving force for views. As Anna Akana put it perfectly, that body was a person someone loved. You don't walk into a suicide forest with a camera and claim mental health awareness. We expect more of the creators who build their community on YouTube, as we're sure you do too. The channel violated our community guidelines. We acted accordingly, and we are looking at further consequences. It's taking us a long time to respond, but we've been listening to everything you've been saying. We know that the actions of one creator can affect the entire community. So we'll have more to share soon on this as steps we're taking to ensure a video like this never circulates again. And then the writer of this column, which included this this post and all that stuff, he actually did something nice. He put something in there about if you're having feelings of depression or thoughts of suicide, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. That number is 1-800-273-8255. I thought I might want to add that. But I thought this whole thing was a big bag of BS. This guy is a huge douchebag. Now, I didn't know about him until just recently, when this was just before this happened. I just found out about this guy, and he's been around. He's got basically young teens is who his audience is. He's 22 years old, but his audience is a younger audience. He literally goes out and just messes with people. He was very, you can actually Google it if you wish, Logan Paul, and you can see what his time, how his time was spent in Japan. It was very inappropriate. Very, if you're going to another country, you're an ambassador of the country you're coming from. And that is something you have to keep in mind, that they have different ways of doing things than you're accustomed to. You have to, you can still be yourself, but you have to be very careful. He was not careful at all. He was very disrespectful, very rude, very inappropriate. He is not the face of America. And as far as I'm concerned, he can eat a bag of, you can enter in the word that I'm thinking of, but I don't like the guy. I think he's a douche. I think that he's now realizing that he screwed up completely and trying to backtrack, realizing what has happened, what he, you have all of this power, you have this authority with that many views and that many followers or fans or even listeners, and you have to watch everything that you say because everybody is watching. 5 million people on the low end are watching. And that's something that you can't come out of. Everybody has seen that. Everybody knows what you're going to do. Even if you take it down, you're screwed. There's nothing more you can do. The damage is done. So I don't know. I don't like him.
All right. So I'm going to be devil's advocate here. Okay. Take out the emotional side of all of this. As a creator, and he's considered a creator, is he not? So he can pretty much film whatever he wants. YouTube is an open environment that you can post whatever you want. Lord knows you can see just about anything you want up on YouTube, and YouTube does not follow what is posted up on there. It is too big to do that.
Right.
I already commented, if I was to put up an interview with a rock star, I would not get 5 seconds of one of their songs before it gets frozen immediately for copyright infringement.
Right.
So with that, YouTube is not prepared to monitor everything that's posted up. Now, let's think you're 22. I was pretty stupid at 22. I did a lot of stupid things at 22. But this guy, this society now has been perpetuated by how many views can I get?
Right. How crazy can I be?
Think how much money this guy made and others just for making these videos and the advertisers that followed. He was in videos with The Rock on his channel.
Yep.
So with that, and with some of that, if you go into, let's say, if you were to walk in there, he probably thought this suicide force probably didn't happen. It didn't really exist. He probably, and even watching the stuff that we watch on SVU and everything that else goes on, we're desensitized from that. If you see it, we are not affected like we had in years. We were not affected like when we saw, again, I'm going to throw history at people. War didn't exist to the Americans until Vietnam showed up, when then we were seeing nightly pictures of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we got out of Vietnam, is because we actually got to see people get killed, which had not happened before. So with that, So you're looking at this. So I was just looking at some of his dates. He's had 3 billion views.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is extremely powerful. And if you're an advertiser, you're dumping money into that without knowing.
Right.
And how we work as an American, we go, if you just say, mea culpa, he'll come back.
Right.
In a year, he will be back, could be under another name. He could sit there and go, oh, I've done better, because that's what Americans do. You can get doped out of your mind.
But the thing that I'm trying to say is this is just another rich kid, just doing whatever he wants to do, and going other places, thinking he's invincible. And I'm actually surprised that they didn't hold him over there for the things that he was doing. Now, not that he was doing anything too crazy, but at the same time, this guy, I mean, I was 22 as well. I did the stupid things. I've lived that life, but I also knew where the line was. I also knew that if I did this certain thing, there's no coming back from that. Yep. He did not. And again, I'll agree with you on the subject of he was just trying to get views. He didn't care about anything else other than views. He saw an opportunity and he took it. And that's unfortunately not a good thing in this day and age. Not a good situation to be in, because you can't just film everything and expect everybody to be.
But we all have cameras, so now we don't even know what we're going to see.
But again, you have to make sure that you know what you're filming and the consequences.
Let's think of 9/11. We had people with their phones live, same at NBC, watching people jump from the building.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So to say it's never been done, yes, it has. That has actually happened already. We've already seen some of that. He took it to an extreme. I totally agree with you. I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm not saying that.
Right.
You know, there's that line that you're 22, no parental guidance. I'm making money just making videos, so I really don't have a job. I can pretty much do whatever I want. I'm rich.
The problem is, though, is that 9/11 was an event that happened to us. He went over full well knowing before he even turned the camera on and saw this event happening. And he's like, no, I can make money off of this. I can make money off of what's happening right now. That's the difference. The 9/11 stuff was simply, you couldn't believe what was happening in front of your eyes. This guy goes over there.
How do we still sit there? You see it's burning all that. Instead of saving your own life, you sit there and you're still with your camera looking at the tower when someone comes down. And then what you do, you go back up. You can see the video and you think, that's insane. How do you watch a second person jump and a third person jump?
Right.
How does the guy, the director, you know, me having some news background, I was screaming at the television.
Right.
You know, take a wide shot. Why are we watching this?
Yep. Shut it off. Do something. Yep.
And then they go, you know, in the middle of it, you know, we're brought to you by Pampers. You know, that's what I was waiting to hear.
Let's go to commercial. We'll be right back with more Death Watch.
But, you know, I agree with all this. And, you know, some people take everything down. No, that's not going to happen. This is a free society. Okay. That is the good and the bad of who we are as Americans. You have to be willing to tolerate the things you hate the most, because those are the freedoms that we have. And yes, he could hide behind the creator. Okay. It's media. I get to decide what's going on. And then YouTube as a business then has to make a decision of what to do. Now, I think they cut off his channel or whatever it is.
Yeah, there's more coming, but he actually did violate the terms of service from YouTube. Now, you said it earlier that YouTube is a huge entity. Yep. This is not a small mom and pop shop. This is something that is essentially, it's controlled chaos is what it is. Yeah. So they are relying on everybody else. That's why they have those buttons there that are spam, that are reporting, that are all this stuff. You can report this video if it's not right, and then they'll take a look at it. There's no possible way that they can track every single one of their content creators. That's not going to happen. So they're relying on their community to report things that may or may not be good. I mean, they do have an algorithm, but that algorithm is only so good. It can only do so much.
Right. So there's no way to do that. Just like all the pirating music out there. And for you to expect some 14-year-old to say, hey, I'm going to report this, that's pretty highly unlikely.
Pretty highly. Yeah, pretty highly. Now, I don't know. Here's the other part of this. I don't know what's worse, him actually doing this or 5 million people watching this.
Watching it. Right. So which is worse?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't understand. I'm not quite sure which. I mean, that's a lot of people to be watching this whole.
That's my position in all that is it's out there and we consume it. We continue to consume it without saying anything because we're not affected by it. We need to take a break here at the bottom of the half hour. We'll come right back. This is great stuff. You're listening to the Know Nothing Show. We'll be right back. For those wondering where that intro is, you still got it. It is the Know Nothing Show. Steve and Eric, we come to you every week, speaking our minds. We don't actually know what we know, but we know it. I like that. So a lot of things we've been talking about, and Logan Paul was what we were talking about before we went to the next break. So Eric, we're certainly both on the same side of the discussion.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
The last thing I have to say about that is dealing with the conglomerate of YouTube and 14-year-olds who love Jackass, and that's why they would follow Logan. That's why he's popular. I mean, 3 billion views. Come on. Right. So now we've got listeners and viewers are like, oh, we should punish him. We should do it. How do you punish him? How would you punish him? Just like, oh, we're going to take away your YouTube access.
Well, but that's the thing. Like, that's not just his YouTube access when he's that big. If you take away his YouTube access, that's how he's making all of his money. He'd have to find a whole other place to do it and start almost from scratch because they immediately, I think, made sure that he couldn't do a whole lot on YouTube. He'd have to sign up with a whole new name and start over and blah, blah, blah. But
no one's ever fake.
No. They're all, if you're on the internet, you're real. Right. That's true. But I mean,
you want to know what's going to happen? I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a film about him.
Oh, probably.
That's next because he could be just like Corey, Corey Feldman, who's trying to raise $10 million. Now it's $2 million. Now $1 million to do a movie about himself. I mean, I'm sorry, security.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see a movie. I guarantee, USA or somebody's going to do a movie about this kid.
Yeah.
He's going to be bigger than ever. And even if he disappears for 5 years, he's got the money and then he'll come back and he'll probably be selling Bitcoin.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I'm kind of curious to see, and this is, I don't know how everybody's going to take this, but I'm kind of curious to see how his PR is going to handle this because you're going to see whether or not he has good PR or if he does not. If they can come out with, maybe 6 months from now, if they can come back in 3 months, double that PR's salary because they are exceptional. But I would say 6 months to a year, he'll be back, like you said, and then he'll be somebody new or something new, and
he'll have a new story. His hair will come. They'll change his hair. He'll come out with a book of some sort.
Yep.
Of how he did the fall of Logan Paul or whatever.
Yep.
It'll be great on Hallmark Channel. Let's talk about his upbringing and all this stuff, and then we'll see the fake pictures at homeless shelters.
Right.
That's what the machine is going to do. Like every actor that I've known that got arrested for DUI or cocaine, all that was set up.
Right. Yep.
And then what happened is their appearance doubled.
Yeah.
Because we love tragedy.
It's true.
Not the song from the Bee Gees. Tragedy. Which is very much like your song. But you have to say that's what America is. We love that. Now, if you and I got in a room and we started fighting left and right, the two co-hosts, it could be absolutely fake. We'd probably get 2 million views.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably. Wait a second. This is a pretty good idea for our 2020 run.
Well, the problem is neither one of us have the energy to do any of that. We'd have to get stand-ins, stunt double to do all that.
That would be so funny. Two fake co-presidents, fake fighting, and then they've got like earwigs, so we're telling them what to do. Hit them with a left here. No, your other left, moron.
What are we paying you? You suck.
That's about it. What are you paying you? All right, so let's move on to something lighter for everybody.
All right.
All right. As people are getting all upset over it. And they're not really. Nobody gets upset.
No one.
All right. So I posted something on the Know Nothing page the other day. Let me find it. It had to do with we're seeing the rise of fembots. Are we not?
We are, for sure.
Sales for lonely guys looking for fembots. Now, if they had intern bots, we'd probably buy one or two or rent one.
We'd have a team, yeah.
So with that, there are now male sex robots with bionic penises are now going on sale in 2018. So we had one of our listeners that like things hard. And since she's old and slow, she can now pay for her own very sexy sex bot.
I think, no homo, but I think the dude sex bots look better than the chick sex bots.
Right.
What's up with that? That ain't cool.
Now, have you seen the CEO of Real Robotics? His name is Matt McCullen, and I think we need to get him on the show. He would be interesting.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Because the one picture I see of him, he's got his arm around his fembot, and it's a little creepy.
It's weird. Yeah.
Considering the first male robot looks like him.
That's weird.
I'm shocked by it.
Coincidence.
I'm shocked of all the people you're going to have look like your male bot. Pick yourself.
Yeah. Not George Clooney, not Johnny Depp, but you.
Not even like Clint Eastwood if you like old guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder how much it cost. I mean, a bionic penis sounds frightening.
I'm not sure how to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Both you and I are as manly as they come. But do you say, like, Alexa, hey, Alexa, make Harold, and we're just using that for a sex bot, 6 inches.
Worst sex bot name ever. Harold? That's what you come up with? Hey, Harold.
Anything.
Hey, Harold, come over here. Come here, Harold.
You know, look, you have got to be horny if your sex bot is named Harold.
You have to be. That's you. Harold?
Harold.
Maybe Dina could.
That's true. Think of some of those names. How about Chester?
That's what I feel like this one should be named because it's kind of chesty. It's got the 6-pack abs and
which you know those are fake. Come on.
he's a sex robot.
That's right. I wonder. Okay, so
Dina.
So you've got the complaint of men and women is that she just lays there, right? It's been a complaint for centuries, a bazillion years, even a caveman. You lay there. All right, so now you got the dude sex bot who just lays there,
right?
Or is it like R2D2? Does he talk back to you? Does he whisper things?
Ooh, that'd be creepy. Creepy.
You got an app that says he needs a little more WD-40?
Lube him up.
No. So.
Well,
I guess maybe the right male bot name is no Sexy Rexy? No.
That's probably not a good one. Yeah.
Luke with all the Star Wars stuff?
Right.
I don't know who the women think is attractive, but I guess, like, could you be age specific with your bot? So he'll bitch about his knee and his shoulder.
Right.
He's in his 40s.
Right.
And he talks about, scoring 4 touchdowns when he was a freshman in high school.
Right. And he still throws a football because he's living in the past.
That's right. And then, some of the women were like going, oh, what? I love you in your 503s. Honey, that's not my leg.
It's alien.
What we're missing is that our voices could be the sex bot.
They could be. That's true. That's true. We need to create a Fiverr for that. We'll voice your sex bot.
I like that.
Not weird. Much.
So we could do it in French. Oui, mon chéri.
That's probably not going to sell, but yeah,
I could get my buddy Derek involved because he's Scottish.
Derek, yeah. Get him over here. Make that happen.
Program male bionic guy is it like a remote? I wonder how it gets. And how big is it? So,
like a telescope or like a eyeglass, a spyglass type situation, or just
right.
I wonder, is it always, or is it like some sort of strap-on situation where you're like, hold on, let me go get the
right.
Give me a minute, and I'll adjust you for me. I don't know. It's kind of weird,
right? Because you're gonna have to figure out what's right for you, ladies. So where some ladies I've heard, sometimes big is too big. And I'm like, well, thank you for realizing that. They're like, not you.
Yeah, no, we're not talking about you. Somebody worthwhile. That's who we're talking.
We're talking about the cake. Okay,
yeah.
Shut up.
Duh.
Clearly, someone's going to tell me, Steve and Eric are not sexy names. We don't hear the ladies going, oh, Steve.
I do. And usually it's because they want me to stop doing what I'm doing. But that's not the point. The point is that I hear it, that I hear them say this, and I use that to my advantage.
Yeah, I've often heard, no, Steve. And it has nothing to do with sex.
Not at all. Not one iota. Not at all. I don't know.
And everybody going, Steven just kills the mood.
Now, here's the other question. So let's say we get this bot thing going for a few years, and then somehow this male bot sees this female bot, and they get to cultivating some things.
Right.
Do they hook up?
Yeah, making mini bots.
And isn't that how Skynet happened?
You're right.
Isn't that how that works? That's weird. Well, welcome to the end, I guess. We're all dead.
And then you got little bot babies for the women that don't want kids. They could just have a bot kid.
Well, they actually have bots that supposedly make babies now.
What?
In them. Yeah. Google it. Oh, sorry. Look it up on your web search engine. Can't see.
And you're not supposed to use Google. We're going to get fined for it, so we need to edit that out, okay?
We'll delete that.
Yeah, so let's think about it. So you're now married or you're in a relationship. Okay. So he's got his bot. You've got your bot.
Right.
You're in different rooms. Is that actual cheating or not?
Ooh.
If you're already in a relationship.
Right.
I ask you, is that cheating? Especially if the bot doesn't look like your partner.
Right. Well,
and if you buy a male one, because let's face it, we're a curious bunch.
A little bit, yeah.
So you're looking at the male bot, Harold.
Harold.
And, big hands, big feet.
Right.
And then, you're sitting there and you're playing with his hands.
Whoa.
His feet.
Whoa.
You got to keep him clean. So, you decide, what? I need to take a shower with him. I'll clean him up for
yeah. We'll just
bunch.
We're just gonna clean them. That's it. Just gonna just clean them.
Little Fabergé, whatever.
Right.
Little soft soap.
Ooh.
And you're experimenting.
Right.
Well, it's just experimentation.
Huh. Huh. Exploration, even.
So you're just sitting there. You're not sure. You've got some Commodores playing.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay. So she's a break. House. He's mighty. Just letting it all hang out.
Well, he's probably naked, so that would make sense. Yeah.
So, and if that moment happens, but he's texting, and next thing you know,
Right. One thing leads to another.
right? Does that make him gay or bisexual, or just?
I guess it. I guess it just depends on who he wants to identify as. I don't know.
Maybe that's the bot name, Curious George.
Curious George. CG.
So.
Well, there's that. Okay. Okay. Huh.
I'm just not even sure what to think at this
I
point.
don't know either. That's kind of
And do you feed it? Do you feed it so then you got to put it on the potty too? For both. Like the women, the female bot does every 28 a little light go off, and you're not supposed to talk to her because she's going to bite your head off.
Right.
So then it's real.
Oh, this is hurting my brain.
So, but I do like the Skynet part of that. That's very true, because now I got to have an app to talk to my bot.
Right. Which is how Skynet started.
Right. Am I right?
So, Elon, just calm down, buddy.
Another guy that needs to call the show. Right there. So we're going to need Know Nothing sex bots.
Stat.
So,
Or
and
say that.
I guess you could get us in miniature size, because I know the women that love you the most and most that watch the show love you far more than they love me. And that's okay. They're going to want midget Eric.
I'm okay with that. I have no problem with being a midget. That actually excites me. I'm good with that.
I think that's it. I think midget Eric. And I think it would be kind of weird if they bought a bot and they named it Eric, because that'd be kind of weird to be sitting with Eric, listening to the show with Eric.
Unless Eric was controlling mini Eric. Then,
whoa,
that's a whole other level. Or, what if we just did this? Just to ease in. What if we just did
interesting comment? Ease in.
See how I did that? That's called radio. That's called quality entertainment, or whatever they told us to say. Listen, what if we did? Now I lost my train of thought. So, what if we did a VR system where you could kind of try me out a little bit before you buy? So you put on this headset, right? This virtual reality headset.
Okay.
And you run the Eric or Steve program. Try before you buy. What about that? Would that work? Would that be all right?
I like that. Let's add on to that. Okay.
Please do.
Where they could buy the attachment.
Ooh.
Okay.
A variety of attachments.
So right there.
Make it yours.
And for those nerdy girls, it comes with a protractor.
Did not see that coming. Protractor.
Right. Sit there.
All right. Well,
you got to make the hole of where to go. You know what I'm saying? Sure. I don't know.
We were doing so well in 2018. It was going so well. And then it just kind of...
We got there. But I do like it. I think right there, midget Eric.
Right.
So it has to grow a beard at some point.
Gonna have to. Actually,
it's got to be pierced.
No, those are accessories too. We'll have a whole accessories pack because we got to make money off of this, right? So upgrade your Eric with this particular. It could be a beard pack, so it starts off with stubble, and then it ultimately ends up into a however long of beard you need. And then you can add piercings. You could subtract piercings. You can add tattoos. You can subtract tattoos. You can add rings, subtract rings, bracelets, necklaces.
And you can do that all in VR too. So
all in VR. Try it before you buy it.
And you know that there's a lot of women that don't like the guy in perfect shape. They like the dad, what do they call it, the dad belly?
The dad bod.
Yeah, the dad bod.
Yeah.
So you can get the dad bod as well, ladies.
Right.
That includes the dad bod extension.
Oh. Attaches easily.
That's right.
In 5 minutes.
Right. It comes with Domino's Pizza card. Okay.
Huh.
I like that. We're idea guys.
We are. We really are.
Part of the 2020 campaign.
Yeah. We'll give you ideas and you won't implement them.
Right there. We could just say we've been dicked before.
Yeah.
That didn't come out right.
Well, Richard Nixon was president at one time, so we kind of, in a weird way, have been dicked.
The 2020 lube.
Ooh. Lube 2020. It could be a new, it could actually be a spinoff of the Know Nothing show. Lube 2020. We just talk about our sponsorships with lubes.
Yeah. And some of the women, they bitch about the rolling of the condom. Okay, so maybe those have mechanical hands. So, or he could wear it like a belt.
Right. Or maybe they just don't roll anymore. Maybe they just are already unrolled and you just...
Right. It's like saran wrap.
Gone.
Like Glad.
That's right. That's right.
Just don't use foil.
Nope. That's from personal experience. That is not a good idea. You should not do that. Only used for your head on top
never
of it.
use foil. Very painful.
Not a good situation.
No matter what the wager is.
No. Just don't. Seriously.
I never won any of those.
Nope. Always a lose-lose.
Oh.
In a few different ways.
You got to have different flavors of lubes, too.
Yeah. Ooh, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, all I'm saying is we've just created a whole other company. So we're going to have to get Elon Musk in on this action because...
I think he'll be the first investor in all of this.
Yeah. He's going to have to be because I don't know how to create a robot.
Yeah. The Rock Bot.
Well, that could be...
Ladies that dream of a guy 6'3" or 6'4", 285.
Right.
Yeah, it could be a fat guy, too. So
it could just be a really fat... It could be an add-on, too. Do you like really plump men?
Well, maybe they do. Some women do. You look at a lot of couples, and neither one are in great shape, but, they're still together. They love one another, so that would be okay.
Right.
I mean, you got to think people that work out a lot, I highly doubt that they dream of anything but themselves. So they might want to have a bot much of themselves.
Well, I guess that's weird. Yeah.
Yet normal.
Yeah.
I don't know. We both lived in LA, and the actors I knew, they were more interested in if they can meet someone like themselves, and they'd say, I'd really want to meet someone like myself. I'm like, so the female or male version of you. Okay.
Right.
Interesting.
Huh.
Interesting.
Well, all right. I guess.
Look, if you miss any part of this show, you're going to have to repeat it a couple of times and play it slowly.
You know what? Even if you don't, you should probably repeat it anyway, because who knows what we're talking about? You blink your eyes and you're going to miss half of the show. So, whatever. Just you got to rewatch it because it's.
I think you need to drop some social media on them right now before we head out of here.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you want to go to our website, knownothingshow.com, it has all of the social media, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you anyway, because that's what we do. It's all Know Nothing Show, at Know Nothing Show. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter. You can find us on YouTube. It'd be best to go to knownothingshow.com and find us on YouTube. You can search in there, the YouTube search bar, I guess, if you wish. If you want to shoot us over an email, you can do that as well, knownothingboys@gmail.com. Any time that we get some sort of a response or message from Twitter, from Facebook, from email, from you can actually watch the shows in the rerun. You can watch them either on Facebook or you can watch them on YouTube, whichever you prefer. But whenever we get a response from them, we actually answer. Now, it may be 2 years, but we do answer. We do follow through with your response. It may have nothing to do with what you're asking or what you're saying, but I'm telling you right now that we do respond to you because we like you, because you pay our bills, you keep our lights on, you keep our toilet paper filled. Ply. To ply. So thank you for that.
Every dollar donation helps keep our asses sore.
That's right.
Or less sore. I'm sorry about that. Well, it's time for get out of here. And it really is time for us to get out of here. This 2 hours has gone really fast. So
they're
for
everybody, not sore. They're not sore. They're great. They're not sore.
It's just so wrong. And yet so right.
Wow.
Oh my God. I gotta play the music. I gotta get out of here. Eric, always a pleasure. We will see you next time. Stay tuned for more. Maybe a little after dark for the rest of you. Hey, from Chicago, my name is Steve. From Nashville, that is Eric. We'll see you next time on Know Nothing.